Hi Dollar Divas, welcome to Behind the Vanity. I'm Jessica. So in today's video, I am doing something in which I am super late to the party, as always. So I really should have made this video a couple of months ago, but to be honest, I just wasn't inspired to make this video a couple of months ago. But I am now, and so it's late. It's probably not important anymore, but I do know a few of you wanted to see this video and now I'm inspired to do so. So today I am finally doing the what is in my $1,000 Sephora Fantasy Basket. And it was a tag that was started by, I believe, Emily Noel. I will have her channel linked down below as well as her video. And I've seen a couple of these videos here on YouTube, and I will link the ones that I have seen down below in the description box as well, so you can check those out. So basically, if you don't know what this tag is, which, like I said, I'm super late to the game, but I know some of you are like me and you might not know what it is. But so basically today's video, I am going to give myself an imaginary $1,000 budget to spend at Sephora. And if I had $1,000, I could just spend at Sephora what I would buy. I could never imagine actually doing this. In fact, I had a little bit of a hard time at first, and then I got into a groove, and then once you get into a groove, it's really hard to only spend $1,000. But anyways, so I think this is really fun, and of course, like I said, this is not me spending $1,000 at Sephora. It's what I would buy sitting here right now if I just magically had $1,000 to spend. So if you want to see what I would purchase, definitely keep on watching. So before we get into today's video, I would love to invite you to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out so much, so I appreciate it if you would become one of what I like to call one of my Dollar Divas and subscribe. And also hit that bell notification, that way you never miss an upload. It'll always let you know when a video goes up. I do put up a video on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, usually in the evening. And also today's makeup look is a little much. I'm wearing glitter lips and all that good stuff. I am getting ready to go to work and do a show today. And all the products I have used, other than the glitter on my lips, I don't think I put that in my makeup basket, but everything else is in my makeup basket. I'll also have my most recent makeup basket linked down below in the description box if you enjoy makeup basket videos. So this tag really makes me think, like, who am I? Like, this is so not me. So it was a little hard to put this together at first, but you know, it does get easier. So honestly, the reason why I was not inspired for the longest time was because I hadn't been to Sephora in forever. And when I tried to do this video a couple months ago, looking on just the Sephora website, I just wasn't inspired. But this past week, I went to Sephora for the first time in forever, and I saw so many great things. There were so many, I think, brands that I've never seen carried at Sephora before, and so many things that I've seen on YouTube here in the last several months that I finally got to see in person, like certain palettes and brands. And so it was very exciting. So I was very inspired, and I was like, now I'm ready to do this tag finally. So you know I love to make affordable beauty videos, but I do love to splurge. And so this is like the imaginary splurge on steroids. Because for me to splurge, usually it's like $100 or $150. That's a shopping spree for me normally, and it doesn't happen very often. But anyway, it is fun to dream and imagine. And so let's just hop right into it. So I will be referring to my phone. I screenshotted all of these products, and I will be popping pictures up here for you to see. So the first item I would buy, I actually saw at the checkout line at Sephora, and I almost bought this, I'm not even gonna lie, is the Violet Voss fun-sized mini eyeshadow palette. It's a limited edition, exclusive, I'm guessing exclusive to Sephora, and it is the donut palette. And I just thought this was so cute. I've seen a lot of different like donut inspired palettes, and none of them have really been what I've wanted them to be. Same thing with the Candyland collection, the ColourPop Candyland. It's just not what I like the idea, but it's not what I want it to be. This, for me, is like the perfect donut palette. It covers all the shades, I feel. You've got some of your shimmers, all those mattes. I've heard good things about Violet Voss eyeshadows. I've never tried them before. So I might actually buy this in real life. It's $18, and so yeah, so this is an item that I saw the other day when I went and almost bought, almost regret that I didn't buy it, and may actually buy. So yes, the Violet Voss mini donut palette. The second item, and this is something that I almost bought, but I am trying to go through some of my hair products, and so I'm trying to hold off on this for a little while, but it is the Moroccan Oil treatment. So for a 1.7 ounce, it is $34. And I don't know if that's like the smallest size they have or if that's like the regular size. I was actually gonna pick up the smallest size that they had, but like I said, I just don't need it right now, but it is on my to buy list. That is something that I have been wanting to try for years and I'm wanting to try soon. I just really do wanna go through some of what I have. So it is definitely something I do wanna purchase in the future, but for right now, it's gonna stay in my fantasy basket. So I've never tried Huda Beauty, anything from Huda Beauty. I've seen a lot of the palettes here on YouTube in my friends' videos and stuff, and I'd never seen anything in person. And I don't know if Sephora just started carrying this stuff in store, but I was able to see like a lot of the palettes, and this palette in person was so pretty. It's the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde Eyeshadow Palette. It retails for $67. So it's a pricier palette. I've never bought a palette that is that expensive, but it was really pretty. Now I do think I've seen dupes of this. So realistically, I probably will never buy this, which makes it like a perfect fantasy item because I would totally throw it in my basket and buy it if someone just gave me like $1,000 to spend that wasn't my own. But yeah, I think this palette is really pretty, and like I said, I've never tried Huda Beauty, so this is a definite fantasy purchase for sure. So another item from Huda Beauty, and I did get to see these, and these are one of those things that I don't feel like a lot of people have loved as much as they've wanted to like, but they were actually really pretty in person. But like I said, I probably wouldn't buy them in real life though, because I don't think they really get very good reviews. But the one that stood out to me was the Huda Beauty Pastel Obsessions eyeshadow palette. The Mint Obsessions I thought was just so pretty. But again, like I said, I probably would never spend my own money on it. It would have to be like a fantasy purchase. Like they retail for $29 a piece. And like I said, I just don't think the reviews are all that great from what I've seen, and not really something I need. But you know, since it is a fantasy basket, I would throw it in my basket and buy it if $1,000 just, you know, fell out of the sky. So, but yeah, I did think it was really pretty. And then another Huda Beauty palette that looked so pretty in person. They have a bunch of them at Sephora too. I was really able to like see like all the ones that I'm aware of, which was really cool. It's the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions eyeshadow palette. And I really liked the nude medium. And this one here, people seem to like. They seem to really like the Nude Obsessions. They seem to perform well, and you know, they have the different shades, like they have a light version of this and a dark version of this. So this one here just looks so rich, so pretty. It's $29, and this, you know, in theory, I'd probably be most likely to get this versus the pastel one. But I mean, it's still colors that I don't really need. It's a beautiful palette, but it is really something that I don't really need because I'm pretty sure I probably have all these colors, but it is really pretty, and in a fantasy world, I would totally buy it. So then I finally got to see some Natasha Denona products in person, which was dangerous because honestly, to be completely honest, I'm just being totally completely honest, I have been completely uninterested in anything Natasha Denona, with the exception of the chromium liquid eyeshadows, which you'll see, as you can imagine, you'll see them coming up soon. But I haven't really been interested. I'm not interested in their newest palette, even though it's beautiful. I wasn't interested in the bronze palette. I haven't even really been interested in the little mini palettes, like the 5-pan minis. And in person, this palette is so pretty. It is so pretty. I still don't think I need it. I do think I pretty much have all these colors between all the nude palettes that I have, but it's the Natasha Denona Bronze Eyeshadow Palette. Seeing it in person, it was really pretty. And again, it's $65. It's more than I want to spend on a palette. But again, you know, one way to spend $1,000 at Sephora, you know, it's a little harder than you think. It was a little harder than I thought, and so add a couple $65 palettes in there and it'll get your total up there pretty quick. So yeah, so like I said, I don't think I will ever purchase this in real life, but it is definitely in my fantasy basket now that I've seen it in person. So then another product, and interestingly enough, if you follow me on Instagram, first of all, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. But if you do follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I just got a Vox box from Influencer that contains 3 Dr. Jart products from their Ceramidin line. Their sheet mask, and then I got the Ceramidin cream and the moisturizing toner. And I'd never heard of Dr. Jart before getting this Vox box, so when I was in Sephora, I just happened to come across the display, and now I know what it is. And spoiler alert, I've been using the products for like a week or so, and they're amazing. The cream is amazing, the toner is amazing, and I even used the sheet mask, and the sheet mask was really nice. So I would definitely put the Dr. Jart Ceramidin cream and toner in my Sephora Fantasy Basket, and I might actually purchase these in real life once I'm done using the samples that I have. So the cream retails for $48 for a 1.69 ounce. And yeah, so far I am really, really liking it. So yeah, I would buy those. I would buy those skincare products for sure. I'm always on the hunt for good skincare. Sometimes I question spending a lot of money on makeup, but I will never question spending some good money on some really good skincare. So that is not a fantasy for me. That is like a necessity for sure. So I recently did my very first Will I Buy It video, and I will have that link down below as well. And this was in that as a I'm not sure, gonna have to see it in person kind of a thing. And that is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice Warm and Spicy Eyeshadow Palette. Retails for $49. So honestly, in seeing it in person, I don't feel it's as pretty in person as it is in pictures, which is kind of odd. I think that's usually kind of odd. Usually it's the other way around. But if I had $1,000 to spend at Sephora, I would buy it. So yes, this is definitely in my fantasy basket. So now sitting here now, I don't think in real life I will purchase this, but it would definitely be in my fantasy basket for sure. Along with the Too Faced Melted Matte Pumpkin Spice Liquid Lipstick. I think, you know, I'd get the palette and I would go ahead and get the lip color as well. It's really pretty. Who can't use like another nude shade? And I love the Melted Matte. I'm actually wearing Gingerbread Girl under my glitter at the moment, and I really do like these lipsticks. So I would just throw that in there. Might as well, why not? And that retails for $22. So then another thing I would get is the Too Faced Mr. Right 5-piece eyeshadow brush set. I just think these are so cute. I just think like the bow ties and all that stuff. And I don't know how they perform. I didn't really pay attention to reviews, but just happened to see them. I went and searched Too Faced on Sephora and put anything from Too Faced that I would want, because I do love Too Faced and Urban Decay and NARS and those brands. So yes, I think I would throw these eye brushes in there. First of all, because you can't have too many eye brushes or brushes in general. And I think these are really, really, really cute. So yeah, they retail for $45 and they would be in my fantasy basket. Again, don't think I will buy them in real life, but for a fantasy Sephora basket, definitely. Yeah. So another thing by Too Faced that would be in my fantasy basket, and again, not in real life, I have passed on this more than once. I actually just recently did a collab with my friend Evany, and I will link both of our videos down below in the description box. But basically we talked about like the 5 eyeshadow palettes that we've almost bought and have never been able to pull the trigger on. And this could have been one of them. It wasn't. It was one of the ones I considered putting in there, but there were just others that I've considered more. But a fantasy Sephora basket, I think I would put this in there for 2 reasons. First of all, it's really cute. It is the Too Faced Shake Your Palms Mini Eyeshadow Palette, Peaches and Cream collection. It's $27. And again, it's just a neutral palette. If you cover up the pink and the green, it's just a neutral palette. And who needs that anymore? Like, we all have so many neutral palettes. But that pink and green is what get me. It's what get me. So if I just had to spend a bunch of money there, I would toss this in the basket. But also another thing that really gets me about this palette, which I love, is the little case has almost like a Victoria's Secret style stripe on there. And I think it is so cute. So yeah. So at $27, I would definitely put this in my Sephora fantasy basket. Of course, I would get the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. It's something that I'm still on the fence about buying. But if I do, I will probably use my points at Ulta to buy it. But I'm still not sure if that's how I want to spend my points. But I would definitely buy it if, you know, if I had that $1,000, that magical $1,000 at Sephora. So yes, definitely the Stoned Vibes palette. And then I would also get the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes Major Gems gift set. It comes with an eyeliner, it looks like, and then it's like a mini Stoned Vibes palette, which looks really cute. And then it's got, I think, the eye potion or the eye primer potion that I've never tried it, and I've heard so many good things. And this is $49, and I would totally have to throw that in there as well, for sure. And then I would get a couple of Urban Decay's Heavy Metal Glitter Liners. And I've actually bought one of these once before. I had the color Spandex and loved it, and just recently used it up like earlier this year. But I would get the color Volume. It's a duochrome glitter with pink and yellow. And then I would also get Glam Rock. It's just like a straight up silver. And these retail for $20 a piece, so I'd get 2 of them. Those are the 2 shades that I would get. Love me some glitter liner. I don't use it nearly as much as I used to, but for a period of time, like, I used to love the Hard Candy Walk the Line one. That was my favorite for like the longest time. So then, okay, so this was also in my will I buy it, and I said I was definitely gonna buy them, but I have yet to actually buy them. But I did buy some other duochromes, or actually I bought some multichromes from a company that I found on Etsy. I will link that video down below as well. So I have bought multichromes like I said I was going to. And in that video I do swatches and try on and all that good stuff. So I have taken the plunge into the multichrome stratosphere, and now I'm afraid I have an addiction. So that's a whole other story and video. But yes, I didn't actually see these when I was at Sephora, and I wasn't looking for them though. I kind of forgot about, of all things, I forgot to look at these in person. But yeah, I would buy all 5 shades of these. I wouldn't even try to choose. They're $28 a piece, which makes them like super expensive. But yeah, the Natasha Denona Chromium Multichrome Liquid eyeshadows, and I would just buy all 5 shades. And I still am planning on buying these. So these are still on my list. I haven't forgot about them from my will I buy it. I just went another direction kind of by accident. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be buying these. I'll probably have to just pick out 1 or 2 shades though when I do. I can't buy all 5, but you know. I think the shade that I will pick is probably the ultraviolet shade. This one right here is probably the one I will actually get, but all 5 of them are definitely a fantasy. So then I was kind of like, okay, what would I buy from NARS? And so I would just buy everything orgasm related. Funny story before I get into the NARS products. So I was on Influencer, and I was trying to just do my part and do some reviews. So I was trying to review the NARS Orgasm X blush because I bought it a couple months back and I love it, and I was trying to do a review. Well, I put my review and talked about how I love the original Orgasm shade, and I love the Orgasm X shade even more. I kept trying to hit enter to get the review to post, and a couple times it kind of kicked back and said, oh, we can't load your review. Well, after like the 2nd or 3rd time, it finally started flagging it for sexually explicit material. So I had to review the NARS blush without mentioning the shade name. Yeah, that's something that they ain't got worked out yet. But anyways, I thought it was funny. I felt like I was doing something wrong, because I guess I was. Anyways, so I would purchase a lot from NARS. So the first thing I would get is the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm. I know I'm wearing glitter lips right now, but I am a lip balm girl. Really, truly in my heart, at the end of the day, that is what I love. So I just think this is really pretty, like something really casual that you can just wear, and it's $28. And so yeah, I just think like a lip balm that's NARS and called Afterglow and is in the shade Orgasm is just like that would be like the perfect luxury lip balm as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, definitely would have that in my fantasy basket. As well as the NARS Orgasm Oil Infused Lip Tint. This is $26. I think the packaging is pretty. I like the pink. And yeah, it is a lip tint that is oil infused and is in the beautiful shade Orgasm, that if you love NARS products, you love this shade. It's just so, so popular. So would definitely have to buy that. Then I would get the NARS Orgasm X Oil Infused Lip Tint. It's a little bit of a brighter shade. It's $26. Would totally have to get that as well. Then I would get the NARS just regular lip gloss. At $24, that's expensive. Like in my real life for a lip gloss, I don't usually buy like high-end lip glosses. I'll buy an eyeshadow palette or a skincare product or a foundation or a blush every now and again. But a lip gloss and mascara and eyelashes are something that I don't really splurge on. But, you know, for a fantasy Sephora basket, I definitely would. So I would get the lip glosses in both Super Orgasm and Orgasm. So at $24 a piece, that would be, you know what, $48. It's a lot of money to spend on 2 lip glosses, but I would do it if I had to. Then another thing, and this is actually something I am interested in purchasing at some point. It is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Cream Illumination with SPF 50. And I don't know exactly the shade I would get, but I would definitely get the CC Cream. And I think there's also a brush that, when I've watched this on like QVC or HSN, they have a brush that you apply it with. I don't have that included in this, but I would probably have to pick that up as well. So yeah, I am definitely actually interested in trying this in real life. So this is not as much of a fantasy as some other products. This is also something I'm wanting to try in the future. It is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in Your Beauty Sleep Cream. And it's $54 for 2 ounces. And I have tried the regular Confidence in a Cream that I got in an Ipsy at one point. And I really liked it. I just don't know if I would buy it because it doesn't really have an SPF. but the night cream, the Beauty Sleep cream, sounds really interesting to me. I've also bought the neck cream, and when I used it, I didn't love it enough to repurchase it because I tend to go for like the Gold Bond, but I may purchase it again in the future. I don't really know, but I am interested in actually trying this sleeping cream. And then the last product, because I had a little bit of money left over, but if I bought that brush for the IT foundation, I would bump this out of the lineup. But since when I made this lineup, this is what I had in there. This is the last product. All these products that you saw, to the best of my math skills, came to $995 before taxes. So the last item, just because I had a little bit of money left over and I was like, you know, I would just have to try it. I would have to see what the hype is about. I was like, I would have to buy something Charlotte Tilbury, even though this is not who I am. And I've heard a lot of great things about a lot of their powders and their eyeshadows and all that stuff, but I would probably go with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Matte Bronzer. It's $55, and I would get the shade medium. So yeah, like I said, I probably will never purchase anything Charlotte Tilbury, but in a fantasy basket, I think it just has to be in there somewhere. So now that we are back in the real world, I hope you enjoyed this fun video. Again, I hate that I'm so far off the trend of this video. I posted it so late, but I was inspired to do it. So I just decided to do it anyway. So I do hope that you enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button. Also subscribe if you are not subscribed, and hit that bell for more content like this. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. So what are some of your dream purchases that you really can't bring yourself to buy, but if you just had all the money in the world, you would buy it? Drop your answers down below in the comment section and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.